For years, I was the first one in and the last one out every single day. I was staging cars, assigning technicians, running quality control, handling customers, and walking over 20,000 steps a day. I thought I was building a business. I was wrong. I was just an employee who owned the place. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I got off the floor and what happened to the business when I did. My days started early and ended late. Every single day. First one in, last one out. There was no off switch, no real break. Even when I wasn't physically there, my mind was still in the shop. I was responsible for everything, staging cars, moving them from lot to lot, assigning work to every technician, making sure parts were there, setting up jobs, running quality control, test driving every car, handling customers at the front. There was always something, and it didn't matter how much I got done, there was always more waiting behind it. I was walking 20,000 steps a day, upstairs, downstairs, building to building, always reacting, always solving the next problem. And I convinced myself that meant I was doing it right. But the truth is, I was running around like a chicken with no head. I was busy. I was tired. But I wasn't actually building anything. Because I was too deep in it, too close to everything, too focused on the next task to see the bigger picture. And here's the part that hit me later. The business stopped growing. Not because there wasn't demand, not because we didn't have good people, but because I became the ceiling. Everything ran through me. Every decision, every question, every problem. And when everything runs through you, growth stops with you. That's the trap. And if you're on the floor right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You feel like if you step away for one day, things are going to fall apart. So you stay in it. You keep pushing. You keep doing everything yourself, and the business never gets past that point. For me, the shift didn't happen overnight. I started going to every training I could find, production seminars, estimating classes, industry events, anything that got me out of my own environment. Because I only knew one way to do things, the way I grew up in the shop, the way my dad ran it, then the way I continued to run it. That was it, and I needed to see something different. I remember sitting in those rooms, listening to people talk about systems, processes, delegation, and realizing I had none of that. But if I could take one idea from each of those sessions and bring it back, that was progress. And eventually, one idea stuck with me. I was working in the business, not on the business. And that one sentence changed everything, because as long as I was in the weeds, there was no way I could grow it. If I wanted growth, I had to step out. But stepping out doesn't happen all at once. It happens piece by piece. The first move I made was small. I hired someone just to move and stage cars. That's it. One job. And that one move gave me time. Time to focus on flow. Time to think. Time to actually look at how the shop was running instead of just reacting to it. Then I added a parts person. Someone to bring parts to technicians, help set up jobs, keep things moving. Another piece off my plate, and I just kept going. Posting jobs, running ads, interviewing constantly, trying to find the right people, people who were dependable, people who cared, people who could actually take ownership of what I was doing. And I'll be honest, it took time, years. You don't build a team like that overnight. But here's what I learned along the way. You're never going to find one person to fully replace you. Break it into roles. Stop looking for that one perfect hire. They don't exist. Instead, look at everything you do and start separating it. One person handles this, another handles that. And every time you hand something off, you create space. And that space is what allows you to grow. I didn't fully understand how far that would take me until one moment. Every year, my family and I would go to Maine. And every year I was on the phone the entire time. Calls, messages, problems. I wasn't present. I was still running the shop, just from a different location. And it wore on me. It wore on my wife. But last year was different. We went to Maine, and for the first time, not one call, not one emergency, not one moment where I was needed. And I remember sitting there thinking, this is what it's supposed to feel like. That didn't happen by accident. That happened because of years of putting systems in place, training people, setting expectations, building trust. I came back, and everything was fine. That's when I knew the business could run without me being in every single detail. And that's the goal. So now the question is, how do you start? Because I know where you're at. You're working 60 hours a week. You're doing everything. And you feel like there's no way out. So start simple. Write down everything you do, every task, every responsibility, every decision. Get it out of your head and onto paper. Then look at it and ask yourself, what can someone else do? You'll find things immediately. There are tasks you're holding on to that someone else could take today. And if that person doesn't exist yet, then you create the role. Small, focused, specific. Not a full replacement, just one piece. Then another, and slowly, you start buying your time back. Hour by hour. If you gained 20 hours back in a week, what would you do with them? Would you finally focus on growth? Would you build systems? Would you actually run the business instead of just working in it? That's the shift. The business does not need you on the floor. It needs you above it. Write down everything you do this week. Find one thing you can hand off tomorrow. Go from 60 hours to 50, from 50 to 40. Buy your time back 1 hour at a time, because that time is where your real growth lives. Drop your email at the link below. The Limitless Auto ecosystem is coming, and I'm going to show you exactly how to build a business that runs without you.